If you want to start a company, you do not need an original idea. The truth is, the best founders don't create from scratch. They observe what's working in other industries, borrow the structure, and apply it to a real problem that hasn't been solved yet. That's what Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon is all about. It flipped how I think about creativity and product building, and I've used these principles to help grow my company Perimeter, a public safety startup now serving millions of people across the US. In this video, I'm breaking down 3 key takeaways that every founder should know and how to apply them to whatever it is you're building. Kleon opens his book with the idea that nothing is original. Creative work doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's built from what came before it. Ideas are borrowed, adapted, remixed, and repurposed. Stealing like an artist means studying what works, finding the structure underneath, and applying it to the problem you want to solve. It's not about copying, it's about reapplying and reinventing. Take Airbnb. It started with the same basic idea as Craigslist, but they added trust, payments, and much better design. Or Duolingo, co-founded by Luis von Ahn, it took the pain of learning a language and turned it into something that feels like a mobile game. It's not inventing something new from scratch. It's remixing done really, really well. For founders, the idea becomes this prompt. What's working in one industry that could apply to another? What tool or user experience or communication style could you learn from and bring into something that's otherwise overlooked? At Perimeter, we saw how tools like Figma made collaboration feel seamless. And we asked, what if public safety teams had software that worked just as smoothly under pressure? The thing is, you don't need to be original to be effective. And once you stop chasing originality for its own sake, the next question is, what's actually worth building? Kleon says to write the book you want to read. For founders, that becomes build the tool that you or someone close to you actually wants to use. You can start with lived experience, a pain point that you've felt or watched someone else deal with. Stripe was co-founded by Patrick and John Collison, who were frustrated by how hard it was to accept payments online. Calendly was founded by Tope Awatona, who was tired of endless back-and-forth scheduling emails. In my case, the problem hit close to home. My dad's a firefighter, and I saw firsthand how chaotic things got during our first big wildfire evacuation. Fire departments couldn't easily coordinate with each other or the public. We had no idea what to do or where to go, and it just didn't make sense that the tools we were using weren't built for the realities of those very intense moments. So we set out to build something better, something that actually worked when lives were on the line. When you're close to the problem, your decisions get sharper. If you're close to the need, you're closer to the right solution. So knowing what to build is one thing, but then actually building it, that's where a lot of would-be entrepreneurs get stuck in analysis paralysis instead of creating an actual solution. Kleon's answer to that is that creativity is subtraction. In startup land, that means don't try to boil the ocean or you will fail. If you try to do everything, you'll accomplish nothing. Instead, start with the problem, then add constraints. Fewer use cases, a narrower audience, one clear win. Constraints force clarity, and clarity is what gets early products out the door. Instagram launched with just one feature, filtered photo sharing. No stories, no DMs, just photos. That simplicity made it addictive and scalable. Now they have an incredibly successful foundation that they've used to reach billions of people. When we launched Perimeter, we focused on one use case, real-time mapping for wildfires. That constraint helped us move quickly, prove value, and earn trust before expanding to all types of disasters. One final idea that I love from Steal Like an Artist for founders is don't wait until you know who you are to get started. A lot of aspiring founders get stuck waiting for confidence or clarity or some external signal that they're ready to build. But identity is something you shape by starting, not something you need in order to start. When Melanie Perkins co-founded Canva, she wasn't a tech founder. She was a design tutor building templates for students. Now she's running one of the most transformative design platforms in the world, and one of my personal favorite tools of all time. The truth is, your voice will evolve, your product will evolve, but none of that evolution can happen until you actually start. So, If you've been waiting for permission to build or holding out for something totally original, Steal Like an Artist might be the reset that you need. If something in here resonates, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what jumped out at you. And if you're looking for another video about how to achieve more by doing less, you might like my overview of the one thing here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on Thursday.